Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the round of 16 in the ESL Go4Heroes Cup number 30. And spawning on the left-hand side in the blue trunks, it is team looking for sponsors. And playing on the Malfurion, it is Magnifico. What a name. Playing on the Kael'thas, it is Barnas. Playing the Tassadar, it is Kreese, or Christ, I'm going to go with Kreese 94. Playing the Valor, it is going to be Endo Rocket. And finally playing the Johanna, it is Ostri Swisstack. I have butchered that name. And on the right hand side, currently mostly grouped in the mid lane as well, it is the red team of Kappa123. Playing the Jada, it is Alistair. Playing the Tyrael, it is going to be Descape. Playing the Brightwing, it will be Conti. Playing the Anubarak, it will be Zypho. And in the bot lane, playing on the Illidan, it is going to be Hollow. For now though, both teams going with the 4 mid and 1 bot strategy. Neither team really. So it looks like they're going to be roaming up. Oh, Conti's left. We should hopefully have... Oh, pause and resume. Nope. Come on guys, make up your minds. A couple unintentional pauses there. I think multiple people were trying to pause. But Conti disconnected. Like we said, we saw a bit of a group up in the mid lane. Both teams trying to clear the waves as quick as possible. And are now seeing everyone head up to the top lane. Split off into certain lanes. Right now it's just Alistair in the top lane for Kappa123. Conti is back. That is great. In the bot lane, it is just Kreese and Hollow. Just farming up as much as possible. Getting themselves some XP. Let's have a look at the talents while we wait for the unpause, while the players get back in and get everything sorted. We have Brightwing is in fact going... Oh, yep, looks good. Conti left and is now playing again. Brightwing went with the Arcane Precision talent at level 1. A bit of an unusual one. The extra damage, 33% extra damage coming out of the Brightwing. The Assault Scarab coming in from Anubarak, just nice and standard there. Regen Master from the Tyrael. Oh, Conti's having some serious problems. That is a bit unlucky for him. Hopefully he can get those sorted. Regen Master from the Tyrael, just going to be stacking up that health regen, getting as much as possible. Shadow Shield coming in from the Illidan, just once again some sustain. We have a nice sustain set up here where the 2 frontliners can really do some damage, and if we get the life-stealing Scarabs and even the Locust Swarm talent, we could get some serious work done there from Anubarak. So great sustainy frontline, which means Brightwing doesn't have to be relied on as much for healing, as they can hopefully sustain themselves and let Jaina do as much damage as she can in the back. And of course, Illidan can do enough work on his own as is. And Locust Swarm does decent damage, and Tyrael, yeah, it's a pretty nice sustain comp they have there. I quite like it. Whereas on the side of looking for sponsors, we're seeing the Mana Addict coming in from Barnas on the Kael'thas. So just going for spamming abilities in the late game. Tassadar, Conjurer's Pursuit, same with Malfurion, just going for a lot of mana regen. It's fine, they can do. The map's very small, it's very easy to collect lots of globes. Conti's shortest connection, that is good. Night Take Spawn, pretty much the standard talent for every Johanna these days. Really allows them to clear waves and mercenaries pretty efficiently. So lovely talent to take. And right now we're seeing a kind of multi-shot build starting off for Valor. Likely going to be the standard multi-shot one, but it could also be the full ability damage build, where we take the multiple hits coming from the Hungering Arrow there. So there's potential for that as well. There's a lot of directions that Valor can go with this particular build. Other than that, everyone else appears to be going fairly standard. Brightwing's a bit out of the ordinary, but we're likely just going to see Beetle's tankiness, the normal Illidan style. It looks pretty good. And asking for a remake, pretty fine. We're pretty even. There's been no kills. I don't see any reason why they can't. It's completely up to them in the end. But it's quite unfortunate. Conti having some issues joining this lobby. So if we can remake, yep, they're fine to remake. Sweet. So we need one team to basically have everyone leave. It's going to be awesome. So Kappa123 are leaving. So I'm gonna stop this. Stop this recording, and when I come back, it will be the next game. So see you guys in a second. And we are back. The lobby has been remade. So I will not introduce the players. You saw them all last time. Nothing has changed, as they shouldn't do. We'll just hope that people can actually stay connected this time around. Instead, just going to bring up the talents at the very start so that you can keep an eye on them. And once again, talents completely identical. So No change has been had. There were no early kills. There was a tiny XP difference due to a minion not being killed. So this is just a full remake, and hopefully everyone will stay connected, which will be cool. So let's have a nice zoom out here and watch the players as they come in and start the game, see if we get anything. We do actually have a slight difference this time. We do actually have 5 members coming in from looking for sponsors here, as opposed to the 4 from Team Kappa123, but now Illidan has come up, so it is now a 5 versus 5 currently in this mid lane. Both teams just looking for an opportunity to maybe try and get a pick on the other. Escape, throwing an Elderwood Smite as a bit of harass. Blizzard goes down for the wave clear. Jada does get rooted here. She's having to get out, gets a nice fairy pixie dust coming in from Brightwing, which allows her to back up. And now we're seeing everyone split off to the lanes. We have Alistair in the top lane, but in comes Bardus. Alistair having to back up. Ender Rocket will take down the Jaina there. And that is first blood going over to looking for sponsors. Very well played by them. We do have a little bit of a scuffle here. Magnifico healing himself because Johanna can just tank it all up. But Endo Rocket going to be staying up here, just dropping as much harass as he can. In the meantime, in the bot lane, Hollow has managed to push this lane up pretty nice, but Kreese will not have too much trouble counter-pushing that back. And we're finally seeing the team stop their huge roaming, and they're just sort of grouping up now. We do still have 3 people roaming, 4 looking for sponsors, heading up to the top lane. Zypho will not get pulled in by the Condemn there coming out of the Johanna, and is able to get away quite nicely. But the teams seem to be quite fine with actually laning for now. Descape went the long way to get that fountain. He could have gone to here, which was much nearer, I believe. But it's fine. It's going to be able to head up to the top lane and get the XP there. Zypho already on only half health, taking quite a bit of harassment from everyone. But we do see an ever so slight level lead at the moment coming in from looking for sponsors due to that first blood that they were able to get. Johanna takes another bit bite to the face, but it's going to be completely fine. Once she hits level 4, she will get that Law of Hope, and she'll be able to sustain out pretty much everyone. Tassadar turning in his 9 gems already, as he can do so. We do see a bit of an engagement here. Endo Rocket is the focus, but Zypho being dropped very low after all this damage. Johanna does get picked off by Descape, and Zypho able to burrow charge his way out of there and keep himself alive. He's going to now go for the turn-in, and that is very nice by him. We're seeing the rest of Kappa123 made our way out to the top lane, and that brings the kill count to 1-1. So it is all back to the laning style. See who can get ahead in terms of XP. Oh no, never mind. There was a gank in the bot lane that completely missed. Tassadar does go down to Zypho and Hollow. Zypho has been just playing with fire this entire game, just on no health, like permanently. And Conti moving very far forward to just get a bit of harass here. It's going on to banners. Gets the polymorph of Descape, continuing to give chase. There's the Code of Cold, which does slow him down. Elderwood Smite or Snipe over the wall. The Smite over the wall does get Kael'thas there. Very nice by Descape. Once again, we do not see a Gathering Power coming in from a Kael'thas here. We see the Neverwind again. Just another team playing safe, not wanting to get themselves caught out and lose all those stacks. We have the multi-shot build, full multi-shot coming out of Valor, and there is the Law of Hope that we expected. Promote coming in from the Tassadar, another ability that will be getting nerfed in the recent patch if the PTR is anything to go by. And here we go. Johanna moving in, gets a nice denial there with her shield glare, and a flame strike coming in from Kael'thas forces Descape to stop trying to turn in. Brightwing though is soaking the mid lane. Magnifico has moved forward. Zypho in full retreat, getting very focused, but once again able to get away on very, very little health. Just doesn't need health. Who needs health? I don't need health, apparently, says Zypho. It's going to be moving in, looking for a turn in. There's a lot of gems available here for Kappa123. Johanna just tanking all that up, gets a heal from Magnifico, and is pretty fine. And Illidan's attempting to turn in here, engages onto Tassadar as hard as he can, but Tassadar already had a shield on him, able to absorb most of those auto attacks. Illidan once again pushing pretty far in, letting his immolation do quite a lot of the work at clearing these up, but those 2 promoted minions going to take him a very long time to deal with. We can see, even with the help of an entire minion wave with him. And the rest of Kappa123 just dancing between the mid lane and the top lane, just soaking up all the XP and trying to get any kind of pickoffs as they can. But look at their sponsors, doing exactly what they should be doing, playing very carefully here, not overextending. Johanna though, being a little brave, just making sure they get all the gems from this. She can tank a lot of the damage and has those unstoppables to stop the knockups coming in from Nubarak. Illidan just continue to clear up the waves. And there is the full turn in coming in for Kappa123. So they're immediately going to move on to their bruiser camp and clear that up as quick as possible. We're seeing a very large group up here coming in from looking for sponsors, going on to Conti. Conti does get rooted and down he goes. Brightwing getting picked off very quickly there. Nice root coming in from the Malfurion was a bit of the catalyst for that, along with the Condemn. Flamestrike catches Zypho and Deathscape, but Deathscape is shielded through it, able to tank all of it. And Johanna narrowly dodges the knock-up from a Nubarak there. Having to move back behind her base, though, as they need to defend against these Web Weavers. Web Weaver's going to be pushing this up. Nice Flame Strike once again from Kael'thas. It doesn't have the Ignite, so it's obviously a situation of just throw those out to help clear the waves kind of thing. You're not going to get all that damage. However, the first Web Weaver looking pretty low already, getting burst pretty nicely from afar with the help of the Psystorms. Down it goes to Johanna's Condemn, and that also forces Jaina to back up. She takes a lot of damage thanks to the Sin's Exposed talent. Web Weaver in the mid lane, already about a third of it, about to hit a third of its health, and is just going to continue pushing up for now. But Flame Strike and Psystorms will clear that up very quickly if they actually, attacked it. There we go. Condemn and the Psystorm able to take that down quite nicely. One in the top lane, also pretty low, but we do see the rest of Kappa123 just going to push with this, and they should get a fort out of this, and that will be the first fort of the game going over to Kappa123. We do see, looking for sponsors, roaming in here, going to try and get someone. Jada is the target, but she is running away. Nice body box coming in from the rest of Kappa123. And Illidan diving very deep onto Illidan, but now Johanna is the one a bit out of position. Valor does get knocked up. We're seeing Zypho get dropped super low, but he's continuing to push forward. Down goes Johanna. In comes the Metamorphosis from Illidan, because that is the level 10 with that kill. They continue to chase forward. Malfurion does get taken down. So does Valor. Nice web blast there onto the Kael'thas here. There's no way he's getting out of this. There's the slows, there's the Flame Strike, and he does go down. That is a 4-0 coming in from Kappa123 here. They're going to continue to push this in as much as they can. Johanna is now here and trying to do as much damage as she can to try and deal with this while tanking as much as she can. And Uberak does get rooted and once again tunnels out. Zypho just really doesn't care about having no health. Just able to get out of there so quickly. Very well played by Kappa. Huge advantage for them at the moment. Not even halfway to level 10 for looking for sponsors now. And Kappa putting themselves in a very dominating position right now. Going to start turning in as many gems and collecting as many gems as they can. Mid lane, very much open for this. Blizzard and a Smite will clear that up super quick. And we're seeing Brightwing already turning hers in. Illidan heading to the bot lane to grab this easy camp, just to give them even more pressure on the map. The Web Weaver did make its way to the fort, only hit it lightly, but this easy camp will allow them to push in pretty bloody hard. Level 10s will very soon be available for looking for sponsors, but it is a little late for them. They would have preferred to have them much earlier in that earlier fight. We have the Phoenix. Ooh, Zypho getting rooted this time, and he finally goes down. It finally stayed too long, and we're seeing Tyrael also gets taken down, unable to escape there after getting completely caught out. And those are 2 kills going over to looking for sponsors just in time for the next Web Weavers to spawn. But they are once again the Kappa123 Web Weavers, and they're just going to continue to push up. This bot one, though, will not last very long this time. Full focus and no Team Kappa to support it and keep it alive. So Kappa123 just going to be grouping up in the mid lane and sorting all that out. And Nubarak is now alive again, so is Tyrael. They're going to be rejoining the rest of their team in the top lane, as once again that's the only one alive. And, however, Kappa123 will not be comfortable pushing up with this. Instead, they're going to move to the mid lane and look maybe for a pick. Magnifico may have been the pick there if Jaina had frostbolted him, but their warriors were still a little bit far out, so it was pretty wise of them to wait. They will get a fort out of this, due to the fact that the rest of looking for sponsors had already backed off to maybe go for this top lane, and just in time, Kappa123 moves in to get a sneaky pick up there. The Heroics they have, Phoenix coming in from Kael'thas, Rain of Vengeance from Valor, the Blessed Shield from Johanna, Archon from Tassadar, and the Tranquility coming in from Malfurion. Fairly standard stuff. And there goes the fort, the last fort for looking for sponsors. Kappa123 just continuing to push up here, doing as much as they can. In the meantime, we do see looking for sponsors just turning in their gems. This is like their only opportunity. They know exactly where Kappa123 are, and that is a guaranteed turn in for them. But Kappa123, they want to punish this. There's a lot of people out of position here, and it looks like Mouth will get web blasted. Johanna getting focused down by all 5 members of Looking for Sponsors. Illidan, using his metamorphosis here, is immediately going to take down Johanna, and then dives onto Kael'thas and Vala. Vala, nice vault there, but she's being focused by Jaina. Kael'thas goes down to Illidan and Tyrael. They will continue to give chase onto Malfurion this time. They have Brightwing with them as well. Now the Water Elementals here, the slow will be enough to pick up the Malfurion, and they're going to move in and immediately wipe out this top lane Web Weaver and maybe push on to this keep. There are Web Weavers in the mid and bottom lanes, but Kappa do not care. With 4 people down, this is a great time for them to take this keep here, and there's very little that these now 2 members of Team Looking for Sponsors can do about it. Down goes the keep, and we will see Kappa back up here. The defensive Phoenix is down, and that is Kappa's team to leave. Kappa's key to leave, not the I've completely forgot what the term is. I've completely forgot. Q to leave. That's the word I was looking for. I completely forgot the word Q. It's even a letter. I'm so bad. But now we're going to see Kappa just move. Kappa123 can move back, take out the mid lane Web Weaver, and we'll get to the bot lane in time before they lose too much. They lose their gate, but nothing that actually... Oh no, they do lose a tower. That tower does go down. They will be able to defend the second one though. Having a look at the level 13 talents that were taken by Kappa123 before that fight even happened, we do have the Spell Shield from Manubrak, very nice, sitting there up against a Kael'thas and a Tassadar. Sprint coming in from Jaina, very, very cool. Same with Brightwing, good survivability without locking themselves in place for potential insta-kill afterwards. The Sixth Sense from Illidan, also, once again, against Kael'thas, pretty good. And Angelic Absorption from the Tyrael, very tanky build coming in from this Tyrael. They are already halfway through the level 15, so level 16 talents will be coming in for them soon. But right now, it is about to be Looking for Sponsors' turn to grab their level 13s any second now. Nope, they were slow in the bot lane. There we go. Let's have a look at the talents as they are picked. There shouldn't be any pickups in this situation. Once again, Flamethrower, very expected there, coming in from Kael'thas. Spell Shield for Vala also makes sense against a Jaina, against a Tyrael with Judgment. It can be pretty good. Burning Rage from the Johanna, a lot of extra damage coming in from that Shrink Ray for the Tassadar to be used against Illidan, and the Ice Block coming in from Malfurion. Johanna going very aggressive, very far forward, way away from the rest of her team here. The rest of the team is coming in. Johanna gets half health, gets full health, down she goes. Nice rate of vengeance though, does count a lot of members. In comes the Metamorphosis. Illidan chasing on to Kael'thas here. Kael'thas does get a Flame Strike off, but it's not enough that even the Shrink Ray from Malfurion there, from Tassadar, not enough to keep Kael'thas alive there. Tassadar did go down. Malfurion and Vala are still alive. Malfurion will not be for long. Ice Blocks just to buy himself some time, but it just bought his team some time. He just disappeared into that wall. I only just noticed this guy. Hello, friend. We have the rest of Kappa, though, will now be pushing in. Just Valor alive. She was trying to defend bot lane, but now she has to defend her core, but it's not going to be enough by the looks of it. With the Northern Exposure coming in from the Jada here, they have vulnerables on this core, and that will allow it to go down super quickly. Kael'thas comes back in time, just in time, to be completely wiped out. Johanna try and deal with Brightwing here, misses the Blessed Shield thanks to the Blink Heal from Brightwing. Very well played there. Brightwing once again, Blink Heals away from Johanna. It's not enough, and we're going to see Kappa123 moving on to the round of 8, aka the quarterfinals. Well played by them. And yeah, 3 Blood for Bloods at the end there. We saw quite a lot of damage just being instantly burst onto the team of Looking for Sponsors. And once again, Kappa123 really dominating style of play there. And they started that boss up at the top there and then immediately abandoned it, went into the bush, so it was forced to reset as opposed to one person staying in, maybe leashing it in case they needed to go back into it. Completely committed. And Johanna, very nice dive there, but we saw very well played by Team Kappa123, immediately backing up and continuing to back up. They didn't turn and immediately burst onto Johanna, because that would have been the situation, the perfect timing for the rest of Looking for Sponsors to come in and get their engagement. And Kappa instead just continued to move back, force Johanna to stay in, just get damage on her when they can. And eventually Johanna's like, if I keep doing this, I'm going to end up onto their fort. Starts to back out, and the second she starts to back out, that is the time that Kappa turn around, get their engagements, because the rest of Johanna's team is already pushed forward. Johanna's no longer pushing into them. She's in retreat, so they're just going to run into a huge group and get huge AoE damage onto everyone. And the fact that once Johanna's dead, because she's already in retreat, taking a lot of damage, then there's very little that the rest of the team can do without their tanks. So super well played by Kappa123. Commiserations to Look for Sponsors. Let me check if Kappa have a next round opponent. Yes, they do. It'll be Nihilum Hots. Don't know if I'll bring you that one, as someone else said they did call it. I will find out in a second. But for now, thank you all very much for watching. and I will see you all next time.